In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NBA matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We start in Chicago with the Bulls taking on the Heat, and this is a classic short number game where the market is daring you to trust Miami on the road. Chicago catching one at home is not an accident. This line is telling you the Bulls are live wire to wire, and the cover probability favors the home side in a one-possession game. This is a grinded-out profile, slower late possessions, and more half-court sets down the stretch. We're taking Chicago +1 on the total. This number is inflated for how these teams close games, and the value sits on the under 230.5. Next up, the Lakers head into New York to face the Knicks, and this line is all about respect for the Garden. New York laying 4.5 at home makes sense from a market standpoint, but Los Angeles catching 5 is where the math tightens up. This profiles as a physical, slower tempo game where points are at a premium late. We're grabbing Los Angeles +5 on the total. Both teams tend to bleed clock in close games, and the number is sitting too high for a late game slowdown. We're taking under 229.5. Out west, the Clippers take on the Suns, and this is one of the sharper numbers on the board. The market is essentially calling this a coin flip, and when you see the Clippers catching a full point here, that's where the edge shows up. This is a possession-by-possession game with neither side pulling away. We're taking the Clippers +1 on the total. The number is set low enough to invite under money, but efficiency trends point the other way in this matchup. We're going over 214. Now to Cleveland versus Portland, and this line is all about public perception versus actual game flow. Cleveland laying 3 on the road is a dangerous spot, and Portland catching 3.5 fits a classic home underdog profile. This game should stay competitive well into the fourth, and that extra hook matters. We're taking Portland +3.5 on the total. The number is sitting in a range where late game fouling can push it over. We're going over 228.5. We close with Oklahoma City against Denver, and this is one of those games where the spread tells the story. Oklahoma City laying 4.5 on the road opens the door for Denver value at home, especially in a matchup that tends to tighten late. This is not a blowout profile. This is a one-possession game deep into crunch time. We're taking Denver +5 on the total. The number is efficient, but late game execution leans slightly toward fewer clean looks. We're taking under 227. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at wspicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to wspicks.com right now. Quick recap before we get out of here. Chicago +1 and under 230.5. 1-0. Los Angeles +5 and under 229.5. Clippers +1 and over 214. Portland +3.5 and over 228.5. Denver +5 and under 227. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!